Hey guys, Stephanie, lead listing agent with the team. Today we're going to talk about prepping your home to sell. I know the market's hot and most people think that you can just put your house on the market and it'll fly. Well, we really do a lot of prep work before we get your house on the market. There's so much going on behind the scenes that we do and the sellers do to get their home ready to sell for top dollar. Now, we all know there's no doubt a well-decorated home and a staged home is going to sell for much higher than a house that has not been prepped. So we're going to talk about that today and give you some tips and tricks so that you can get the most for your money. What people don't realize is usually we meet with the seller months before they get their house on the market. We give them a to-do list and we have our own to-do list. While we may be taking care of staging, recommending contractors, paint colors, etc., we have our sellers get the house prepped ready. We may recommend a handyman or a contractor to come out there to take care of any wood rot, clean out gutters, landscaping needs, and then we will work with the seller. We love to work collaboratively with the seller so that we can get painting done, and then right before we list, we'll get staging done. So remember, there's kind of a two-part scenario. The staging, the decorating, the paint, that's what gets you under contract. What keeps you under contract is how you've maintained the home. Have you had the HVAC checked lately? Have you cleaned the gutters? Have you had your water heater updated? So let's look at it as a two-part process. First of all, there are so many things that you can do to get your house ready to sell that won't cost you a dime. The first is declutter. Now I'm talking about decluttering once, twice, 3 times. Get rid of your stuff. Your house will look so much better without all the clutter in your house. We really need to declutter not only closets, but rooms, attic space, garages. Go ahead every weekend, start hauling off stuff and taking it to Goodwill. We also have a list of other charities that we can recommend that will take furniture, appliances, anything like that that you don't need anymore. If you're selling in the spring, go ahead and pack up your winter clothes, put them in storage. That will free up closet space. So why do we want you to declutter? It's very simple. When people come to tour your house, we want them to look at the rooms. We want them to look at the space, not your stuff. We want them to see that beautiful backsplash that you installed in the kitchen, not canisters or food or coffee makers. It's very simple. I know you may have a beautiful chair that works in your room and it's perfect for TV viewing, but if it really blocks the walkway and you've got 5 family members touring your house, it's just not gonna work. So there's really a science behind it. It's not about your decorating choices. It's just about getting your house sold. So we really do recommend that you have your house deep cleaned before we list the house, windows cleaned. It really makes a difference. And unfortunately, we have to talk about something that we don't like to talk about, odors. We love our pets, we really do, but if your house smells like your dog, we're gonna have to address that. We're gonna have to get the carpets cleaned, and we're really gonna have to make sure that there's no odors. Unfortunately, we've had houses that have a bad odors like pet odor or cigarette smoke, and those houses just don't sell for as high as a house with no odors will. Okay, so now that we've covered the basics, let's get to the fun stuff. My favorite thing, staging and decorating. When I visit with the seller, I usually start giving them what I call a honey-do list of things to do. And I will maybe recommend some different lighting or some furniture that we can move around. But we can also bring in the professionals. We have 2 stages of staging, as I say. We have somebody that can come in and do what we call soft staging. They'll bring in accessories, rugs, and they will help you declutter your house, and then they will pull in new accessories that will emphasize and really elevate your space. Then we can bring in the full guns. We can bring in a staging service where they will remove your furniture and they will bring in their own furniture. it can really transform a house. This is really ideal if you really want to maximize your profits. The furniture that they put in will actually elevate the space, make the rooms look larger, and you're pretty much guaranteed that you're going to gain about 17% in your sales price. Here's an example of how you can elevate a room. Lighting, one of my favorite things. Be sure when you hang lighting, and we can help you pick out some very inexpensive lighting for your dining room, your breakfast room, your foyer. It's like a pair of great earrings with a plain black dress. Make sure that the lighting is big enough. You don't want a small lighting, and make sure that it's hung low enough. You want to be about 29 to 30 inches from the top of your table. That's just one trick that we can help you with to really elevate your space. Look, everybody loves to get new furniture, and I would love to have everything replaced in my house, but that's just not in my budget. For example, I've had this table since, I don't know, my kids were 3 years old, and it's brown, and we know brown furniture is not in right now. So what I did is a little staging trick. I introduced a lot of light elements to kind of make this brown disappear. I've got rattan placemats, white chargers, white napkins. I replaced the chairs with some light upholstery chairs and then changed out the light fixture. So now it has kind of a whole new look, and you really don't notice that brown table. So try that at home and see how it works for you. So we're in my house. I'm not selling my house anytime soon, so I have my personal items out. If I was going to sell my house, for example, on this top of this dresser, I probably would keep these 3 pieces. My mother always taught me to decorate in 3s, but I would probably go ahead, pack this up. We always say small accessories like this, go ahead and pack up. So kind of rule of thumb, if it's smaller than your head, go ahead, pack it up. It's just not gonna look as good in the photos. And then I would probably remove this photo as well. And as you can see, it's much more open, it's a little bit less personal, and it just looks good for the photos. You've got to remember how it's gonna look in those photos, not just in person. So let's talk about something very simple, making your bed. When we sell a house, we really like, especially the master bedroom, to look like a real retreat. We have found that buyers really love white bedding. It's very calming, it's very serene. It reminds them of a hotel space, maybe where they got to escape. I really love an elevated bed look. I love a Euro sham, a regular sham. I love a coverlet, and then to have a comforter folded at the bottom of the bed. As you can see, it's not flat and it's totally elevated. It just looks cozy and comforting and welcoming. So think about that. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. I've got a mixture here, Pottery Barn and then Target. I love high and low, so you can do it as well on a tight budget. I hope y'all enjoyed this video on prepping your home to sell and staging. It's just a tip of the iceberg of what we can offer you as far as staging, home improvement, and maximizing your values. If you'd like to learn more, or if you'd like to work with us, our contact information is below. Just give us a call, we'll be glad to help, even if you're 6 months down the road. We have another video that gives you real hard numbers as far as how much you need to put back into your home each year. So be sure and check that out. And check out, we'll have new videos coming for you every week. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd love to have you.